Hey, this is Gavin, Project Blue. So we create iMessages right in your CRM. And looking at all the data, we've noticed something that you could have the best delivery system in the world, like iMessaging, right? These get read, they get delivered. But if your messages suck, so will your results. No CRM, no tech stack, no automation can save a bad offer, bad positioning, and let me show you why. So I was in a meeting with a smart automation company. This company builds automations and AI inside businesses to help them convert. They just so happen to be positioning roofers right now, which is a great vertical because a lot of them don't know how to leverage technology and put that inside their business. Now it is June, their busiest season, and they're sending a message to these people saying, hey, I want to 2x to 5x your business, which on the surface sounds great. But if I'm a busy roofer, which means I'm out hustling right now in the busy season, I cannot even take on any more business. That messaging would not resonate with me, right? Because right now I don't need more business. It's just noise with the business I already have on my plate. So again, a busy contractor, when you're messaging them to 2x or 5x their business, this is noise. It doesn't matter to them. This is actually not what they want. What they really want is more freedom, more profit. Most of these people are working so hard in the business, they don't have time to work on the business. Their business is working them opposed to them actually owning this business and turning it into an asset. So if your messaging is positioned wrong, it's going to fall on deaf ears and not get through to that prospect. Let me show you what we did different. So instead of saying, hey, let's help you grow, you could say something like, let's help you create more profit with less work, right? Because that's actually what they want. They don't want more business, more headache, more work, more problems, more things that they can't solve, or they don't want technology because again, they have to learn how to use it, put it inside their business, figure all that stuff out. That's not really what they want. What they want is more profit with less work. And if you actually can deliver, that's what you're giving them. Using AI and automation is they could use that to leverage those tools so they could get more from the business, which they could turn into more profit for less work. So just changing the simple messaging inside your sales flow or funnel can help you increase your conversion. So yes, not only do you need the right tech stack and the right system so your messages actually get delivered, they actually get read, but you also need the right messaging so that you're resonating with the right customer. Because think about it, if I'm messaging this busy roofer and I'm asking them to get more business, they're like, get out of here. No, I don't want that. But they do want more profit, more freedom. Now think about that message of I'm going to help you 5x your business to the roofer that does need that. This is the roofer that has no business, that is already struggling. Why? Because they don't pick up the phone. They don't respond. They don't do good work. They're not good business people. So that message is actually going to attract the worst business people. And that's why you might have a show up issue or a closing rate problem is that's the wrong avatar. That's the wrong ICP for your business. You actually want the guy that wants the freedom, but doesn't know how to get that freedom or how to use technology or how to leverage it. That's the person you want to attract. So changing the messaging and analyzing that will help you increase this process. There's a video, a TED Talk by Simon Sinek. He wrote the book Start With Why. I'm going to play that for you so you can see it, and it has some gold in there. I'll also link it below so you can watch the whole video if you want to, but I'll put just the parts that I think makes the most sense for your messaging and how you could think about your messaging.
How, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done. That's how most sales is done. And that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do. We say how we're different or how we better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one.
And again, the pro hack would take the Start With Why framework, put it inside your favorite LLM or ChatGPT or whatever, and help it recraft the messaging to get the right offer to the prospect that you actually want to convert or meet with. So if I'm saying I'm going to 2x or 5x your business, this is going to attract the wrong person, right? This is attracting the broke one, the desperate one, the person who doesn't know how to get business or doesn't have any business, which means they're not going to show up for my meeting. They're going to be flaky on my team. They're not going to be able to implement the systems I put inside their business because they're the wrong business person I want to work with. So here's the irony. The best clients are the ones that are too busy to meet with you. They're overwhelmed in demand. They're stuck working in the business. They don't have time to deal with your offer. You need to sell them freedom and leverage the system and get more profit. That's actually what they want. That's what they want to buy from you, not the tool or the widget or the doodad that you're trying to sell them. Your job with the messaging is reframing it in their head that, this guy's not going to make me busier, but this guy's going to help me make more money. This guy's going to help me make more freedom. This guy's going to let me get inside the boat that I bought that I don't ever get to use because I'm so busy the business working me versus me working the business. And that's what you want with any sales messaging inside your funnel, is the right message to the right person at the right time. And if you watch some of the other videos where we talk about how to convert leads and what is the best time to reach out to the prospects, go check that out if you haven't watched this. But that's what we want to do. We want to optimize every part of our sales process to make sure we get the best conversion and make the most money possible. And when you do that and you get the right person at the right time with the right message, you don't have to chase these people down. You resonated with them and you bring them to you. And that's ultimately what you want inside your business. So before you go automate every single part of your sales process, fix your foundational message. Make sure you're saying the right things to attract the right person that you want to work with inside your business. This will help you craft messaging that actually connects and lands with the prospect that you're trying to connect with. But if you want the best delivery channel so that these messages actually get read, check out Project Blue. This thing actually works, sending the iMessages right from your CRM to your prospects. They get read, it gets delivered. It's like Facebook ads 5 years ago. You actually get a good return on investment. So here's some of the key takeaways. Better delivery gets you better results. No one wants more work. They want more freedom, more money, more time. That's what they actually want. So sell them that if you're selling to a business owner. Start with why, not what, right? So if you're selling AI automation, they don't even know what that means. So watch that video, understand it, put that inside your copy, and rework your messages to start with why. What's going to get them? What interests the prospect? What motivates them to move forward? And then this messaging filters your clients, right? Weak, hype messaging attracts broke, flaky people or unqualified leads. So again, if you have a good, solid brand and offer, you don't need the hype and the fluff. And if you're using the why instead of what, you're going to get the right prospect inside your sales process. And believe it or not, the best clients, if you're in B2B, are busy. So you need to hit them multiple times because again, we want the right message to the right prospect at the right time. So your messaging isn't about sounding smarter or cute. It's about being clear, right? And meeting the right person where they are and what they actually want. And tools like iMessage is just a vehicle to help you get there potentially faster with that right prospect. Get your positioning right, lead with why, get rid of the fluff and the hype. So if you want help crafting the right kind of message, you want to see how it actually gets delivered, drop a comment below with why. And we'll send you a link to how Project Blue does this inside of our sales process and funnel. We'll share all the secrets and show you how to position the messaging so you actually get people to show up, respond to you, and potentially make more money. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this is helpful. We'll see you on the next one.